Welcome to TRLEvision, a show chronicling my ongoing journey through the very best and most unique custom Tomb Raider levels made using the Tomb Raider level editor. Now, this next episode was originally going to be about the Tomb Raider Requiem level set, a 6-level adventure made by Raider. But as anyone who has seen my live streams of that level set can attest to, it's going to be a while before I get round to finishing it. Yes! No! So I decided to check out a recent project that I found out about, which is an Angel of Darkness reimagining of sorts by a user called Delca. This project aims to recreate and reimagine sections of the France portion of the Angel of Darkness game within the Tomb Raider level editor engine, whilst also accurately preserving the visual style of that game and its locations. The first part of this ongoing project has recently been released and is called Louvre Galleries, and takes place almost exclusively inside the famous French art gallery. The start of the level has you entering from the sewer system and out onto the roof instead of the original method of blowing a hole in a wall from the storm drains, and from there you have to infiltrate the gallery and avoid getting killed by the security lasers, and eventually end up at the archaeological dig site and at the entrance of the Hall of Seasons. And no, I didn't misspeak, the lasers in this level can actually kill you this time instead of just tripping the alarm and calling for backup. So you have been warned. Firstly, can I just say how damn impressive it is that someone has been able to near seamlessly recreate the environments from a PlayStation 2 engine game. These are environments that were created with a much higher polygon count than anything that was capable of being done on a PlayStation 1. So seeing something that is not only highly source accurate but also manages to do all of this in a restrictive engine is nothing short of impressive. And yes, I know it's done on a modified version of the level editor engine, shut up. Usually with something like this there are some visual compromises made here and there in order to achieve the feel and look of something high poly. But here I couldn't find anything of the sort, try as I might. All of the textures look amazing. Nothing in the environment looks blocky or lacks its natural shape, and even Lara's character model looks straight out of Angel of Darkness. It all looks like you're playing a PlayStation 2 era game, and it's really impressive. But it's not all familiar locations, as there are some new ones thrown in to make things feel fresh, and to accommodate the new puzzles included in this level too. One area which I really liked was the Egyptian room, which had some really cool looking statues and an obelisk centerpiece which housed its own secrets. Speaking of secrets, there are some hidden collectibles to find that actually had a really awesome in-game reward for finding them all, which I'm not going to spoil, but all I'll say it's something that I've never seen done in a Tomb Raider game before. But the real MVP here is the menu system, because they actually managed to bring back one of my long requested and absolute favorite things about the classic games, the radial fucking item menu. Not only does having this thing here breathe so much more life and character into this game, but it also makes each item you collect way more interesting to interact with. You can even examine and rotate them around to look for hidden clues and just admire their details if you wanted to. And it kind of reminded me a lot of the Resident Evil games where you could do the same thing. Of course, all of this impressive work would be hugely undercut if it controlled like complete arse, but thankfully playing this level feels really responsive and intuitive. In terms of movesets, all of the usual suspects are here, but what's impressive is that they managed to include moves from Angel of Darkness here as well. It kind of threw me off guard a little bit, as I wasn't expecting to be able to perform the sprint jump in this level, but lo and behold, it's here and it works great. They also managed to make normal-looking ladder objects work in this engine too, instead of having to resort to a ladder texture on a wall somewhere like they would do before. But there are a few quirks that I noticed here and there, like how Lara's hands don't quite line up with the guns that she's holding, or how the hitboxes for the lasers are just that little bit bigger than what you'd expect. But overall it doesn't really matter, as this level is just such a joy to play in, a must for any Angel of Darkness fan. To all aspiring level makers, I really implore you to take notes here, because what Delca has done is nothing short of awesome work. And remember, this is just part one of a bigger project, so if this is the quality that he can bring to just one level, then I am very excited to see what he has in store for us with the rest of them. Especially considering as one of those levels is going to be a reimagining of the Hall of Seasons, which means if he somehow manages to perform a miracle and make Brother Obscura a boss that's fun to fight, then I will personally drive round to his house and kiss him. Tongue and all. Hopefully it won't be too long until we have the rest of these levels to play with, but I'm honestly happy to wait as long as it takes for Delca to get it done and done right. If you want to give this level a try for yourself, and I highly recommend that you do, then the links to download it are of course in the video's description below. And whilst you're there, be sure to leave a review on the levels page and pop him a mention on Twitter to show your support for him too. Anyways, that just about does it for this episode of TRLEvision. And remember, I'm always on the lookout for more projects like this, so be sure to pop me a recommendation in the comment section below or over in the Warr Manor Discord server too. Special thanks as always to my super generous Twitch subscribers and Patreon supporters for helping me keep this channel going. And if you ever want to catch me playing some of these maps live, then be sure to check me out on Tuesdays and Thursdays over on twitch.tv/SteveOfWarr. And that means you can check out more moments like this. God, this level just keeps... And then a book appeared from Lara's arse. I did not press a button to make that book appear.